well, hello. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Cough right in the beginning of the podcast.
I don't know what's happening.
You got to stop smoking.
I don't even smoke.
You got to stop that 3-pack-a-day habit.
I know. If maybe I should take it up first to quit it.
You got to quit it. Anyway, hello. This is Laura Kane After Dark. How are you? Happy new week. What's going on? Middle of September already. Can you believe it? I
can't.
I know. Time is flying by so fast.
It really is.
I don't like it.
I don't either.
We need to be more present in our lives.
It just marches me on to old age even faster.
No, it's so sad. It's so sad. Getting old sucks.
It really does.
It does. Anyway.
It does.
It really does.
Stop it, 21-year-old. Or are you 22?
No.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh,
22.
my God.
Kind of offensive to an old man like myself.
Oh, my.
He could be our son.
No, easily.
He is our son.
My son's older than him.
See, this
my
is
own son.
I don't want to talk about this anymore.
He totally could be.
Do you have a razor blade?
Stop it.
Oh, okay.
Stop it.
A couple.
Stop it. Okay, so today on the podcast, we have a self-care guru on. We have a guru.
Yes, Gary Bell.
House.
Yes.
What is his name?
Gary Bell.
I know. I just met him. He's coming on after Erik does the dirt, but I'm super excited. He's very personable, and he has a lot of cool things on his bio, like interesting terms and definitions of what it is to self-care.
Yes.
It's different than anything I've read before. Mm-hmm. So I think it's going to be really interesting.
I think so, too.
Erik has his double D. We have our big closet fiasco, which wasn't a fiasco, really. We have a closet story, and I have a great thing that somebody said to me this weekend.
Yes, and I am so happy that you finally came out of the closet.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I did. I dealt with it.
You did.
I looked at it. You helped me come out.
I did. I did help you come out of the closet. You're welcome.
I appreciate it because it's something I've needed to do for a very long time.
It really is. And you'll get your toaster in the mail. I'm having Federal Express to you.
What does that mean?
Now that you've come out of the closet, you get your toaster.
Is that what happens to gay people when they come out of the closet? They get toasters.
Or like an air fryer or something, I think. Yeah.
Let's talk about our new sponsor, ADR Wellness.
Excellent.
I know. I'm so excited. I can't wait to go see one of their therapists. I need it.
New sponsor on the podcast, ADR Wellness, outpatient mental health clinics in San Diego.
ADR offers individual therapy, couples therapy, child and family therapy, and psychological testing.
Many of the clinicians also specialize in treatment of trauma and are trained in EMDR therapy.
ADR takes most insurance, Anthem, Blue Cross, Blue Shield, Cigna, Aetna, Medicare, and TRICARE.
Go to adrwellness.com for more info.
Now imagine you're waking up in the morning, you open up your eyes, and the first thing you see...
You.
No.
Oh.
Is the ocean out of your floor-to-ceiling windows in Baja, Mexico.
You in a bikini on the balcony with the ocean behind you.
This is not about me. This is about you who are listening, and you too,
I know,
because you're going to get one of these.
I just saw a commercial.
Oh, yeah, the one I posted?
Yes.
Our little commercial. Well, we're talking about Baja Coast Realty, and we're talking about the Pyramid at Plaza del Mar and Mission Viejo Sur. These are two developments. They're just south of Rosarito, in South Rosarito, kind of like the Beverly Hills of Mexico. Very quiet community. It's about 20 minutes from the wine country, which is very popular. So you can get one of these units, Airbnb it. It's super easy. $169,000. That's the starting point. And they go up to about $480,000, and that gets you $480,000 gets you 3 bedrooms, I believe, 2 baths, and a wraparound balcony right smack dab on the ocean. It's beautiful. Oh my God, the finishes are incredible. These are brand new developments. People are moving in as we speak. Mm-hmm. And I was panicked because I have a friend, Jay, who's going to go down with me and look at one of the units at Mission Viejo Sur.
You better not take mine.
I know, but I was like freaking out because they're going fast.
I know.
Because the price point is so amazing for property that's right on the Pacific Ocean. And it's so beautiful, and the construction is so solid. and it's just so on the up and up. I just can't say enough good things about Baja Coast Realty. If you want to check out their online presence, just go to bajacoastrealty.com or check them out on Instagram, Baja Coast Realty. You can see some videos that I posted there, and Eric and I's little video.
Yes.
Did I post it on Laura Kane After Dark too?
Yes,
Our
you
little
did.
video? Okay.
And they posted it on theirs, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. So anyway, that's Baja Coast Realty, just about an hour from downtown San Diego, and the ride there is beautiful. Toll roads, perfect roads, beautiful drive, and you're going to love it down
Speaking of our commercial,
there. What?
can I tell you what my favorite part was?
Uh-oh. What? Is it something I did?
Uh-huh.
Oh, no. What?
Where they had
Oh,
to
no.
reshoot the whole scene of you in the bedroom because you Sharon stoned everybody.
I was on the bed. I was wearing a red dress
She
and
totally
white
was.
undies.
Uh-huh.
And I flashed the cameraman, and he's like, whoa, we have to reshoot this. I'm like, whoa, did I just flash you big time? He turned red. He was so polite. I embarrassed him.
I was like, could you literally email me that edited part out so that I can use it
Oh my God.
anytime I like?
Dealing with us must have been insane.
I'm
These
all,
poor-
Lord, don't make me have to show that snippet.
You did a good job on that video.
Thank you.
I mean, for somebody who's not like used to being in front of the camera like every day, you did a great job, I thought.
Thanks. So did you.
Thank you. I was waiting for you to say that. As you can see, Baja Coast Realty on our background right now. Okay, so let me take a deep breath because I'm very excited.
Oh, by the way, before you, since you're excited, close your eyes.
Oh God. Okay.
Close your eyes.
Okay.
I saw this and I couldn't resist
Where did you see it?
at the store. I
Okay.
want you to touch it first. Keep your eyes closed.
Oh, I know what this is. I know what this is.
Open your eyes.
It is a big, giant,
It's a-
25.6 ounce bag of Haribo sour gummy bears. It's 1 pounder, baby. It's a 1.5
You'll be
pounder.
skywriting by the end of this episode.
Oh my gosh. I've already had a bag and a half today.
Oh, well, then these are just for me.
I have I eat those for my lunch.
That's enough right there. I think we'll
Yeah.
take it from here.
Yeah, we got it. Brian.
Do I really need help? Do I need help?
Anyways, we should move on.
Yeah, we should.
I know, that's a trick.
We'll ask Gary when he comes on.
Oh my God.
I'm sure there's some lifestyle tips on how many gummy bears
I'm
you
sure,
should
yeah.
be.
We'll have to ration them out to you. You'll get like one. How long do these things last? I'll give you one per podcast.
I heard that gummy bears are very hard to digest. It takes a while.
Well, no wonder you poop every 7 years.
I poop like twice a week.
God, that is ridiculous.
If gum takes 7 years, imagine how long those take.
Gross.
I feel good though. I feel fine. I don't feel sick or run down or bloated or anything.
No.
I think my system likes
I
these.
think once they finally make their way out, you'll be feeling like hell.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Well, no, that's the sugar-free ones.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the hell
that's
on
true.
earth,
Oh,
I've heard.
is it?
Oh yeah, that'll give you diarrhea like you didn't believe.
If you want a good laugh, read the reviews on Amazon for it.
For real.
Yeah.
It's
Really?
funny
They are like full like pages. They're amazing.
of what happens.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Okay.
It's only the sugar-free.
Okay.
Oh
I
my-
will be Googling that.
So
Okay, go ahead.
on Friday, my favorite person in the whole wide world came over to my house. This guy right here.
Oh, you're talking about me?
Yes.
Oh.
And he did the impossible. He organized my closet. Now, that closet has not been touched, has not been cleaned or touched or organized for almost 10 years. I've almost lived here 10 years now.
I know, isn't it crazy?
There were things in there that I thought were missing, that I didn't realize were missing. I found a CD in there from our Jingle Ball. Remember Jingle Ball?
2002.
2002 Jingle Ball? Like, what was that doing in there? All sorts of shoes that Eric made me throw away.
Things that should have stayed missing.
Yeah, some should have.
He didn't make me throw away my thigh-high neon green
You
boots,
had
though.
one job, Eric. One job.
I know. Let me tell you, you were great, by the way.
I was
she did
very
not
brave.
put up a fight
I was
for
very brave.
most of it. Now, with these yellow hooker boots,
They're neon green.
Okay, the neon green hooker boots.
They're really cool looking. They would look great with like a black dress, short mini skirt.
If I saw them on the corner, I would say, "Hey, that's
How
a
much?
high-end corner worker."
Yeah.
But that's about it.
I don't know about high end.
Depends on how clean
Like,
they are.
Well, what
they're
if
definitely pretty woman boots.
What if
Oh,
I
yeah.
need them for a Halloween costume?
That's the
That's
only
what?
way I would let you wear them is if you were going as like
A hooker.
Linda Lovelace or something for Halloween.
You don't think I can wear those just
No.
To wear
club?
to like a
No.
to like a church picnic?
no to like a dinner down in like Little Italy?
No.
Or something?
No.
The only way you can wear those in a club, even if it's like glow in the dark night or something.
God.
No, those were so cool. They only cost me $20.
Oh, well then God, keep them.
The club will love them.
They were brand new. I've
They-
never worn them, of course.
So I put them on.
Yes, he did.
They
are high too.
listen.
They're not low.
I am telling you, any woman that can wear a high heel,
Stiletto heel.
man, you have all my respect. I had to hold onto the wall,
Takes
hold
practice.
on to furniture. I couldn't take 2 steps in I think I may have dislocated something.
Oh no, because your Achilles heel is very tender because didn't you break it or snap
I
it or
ruptured
something?
it.
Oh geez, Louise.
Yes.
So that must not have been good on your little Achilles heel.
My Achilles
or
tendon.
whatever.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't good on anything. It wasn't good on my arches. I don't know how you guys don't have feet that look like elephant.
Some
Imagine
of us
standing
do.
on the corner in those shoes.
Oh man, yeah. Can you imagine how sore your feet would be?
Is there anything else that I?
You just have to lay down and keep your legs in the air.
I mean, that's
If you
that's
had
a big
those.
part of the job.
Is there anything left that I kept that you wish I hadn't have kept? Is there anything that you were like, oh God, I really wish you would have?
I
thrown
have
this
to
away."
say, I did like a lot of the clothes you had.
Even the leopard stuff. Come on.
Yeah,
I
there was
had-
a situation.
There was a
that-
couple pieces. Now,
I had a
Brian,
snake
there
print
wasn't.
skirt,
Yes,
3 leopard print skirts.
this is what I'd look at her and I'd hold something up and I'd go, "Why is this here?"
And then I'd scream, no, you can't.
And I'm like, boop, like in the pile. There was no. We did have to come to a. You did let me throw some things away, so I let you keep.
Well, I didn't throw them away. I put them in a big,
Oh, right.
giant bag, and they're going down to
Hookers International.
a church in Mexico. Stop it.
Oh,
Along with a lot of my clothes. Javier brings it down there for me.
oh,
And then some guy he knows gives them to the poor people that are down in Mexico. So I feel good about that. They have all my
it's not,
all the shoes that are too ugly.
It's not that organization, Porno Chicks on the Skids.
No.
Oh, okay. Because those boots would be
Anyway,
right there.
I have not seen the floor of my closet ever. And I can now go inside the closet, walk up and down the little carpet pathway because it's clear.
By the way, that closet is ginormous.
I didn't think it was, and it really is.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
big.
When it's all cluttered, it looks tiny.
Let me tell you this. When I was pulling the shoes out, it was like
endless.
It was like a woman's purse. It was just like this endless chasm of I don't know. I didn't know where
mad.
it felt like somebody was just throwing shoes at me from like the cellar.
There was one point where I'm like, I know for a fact right now he's thinking, why did I agree to do this? Because there were just shoes just kept coming and coming and coming and coming out, and they were just getting uglier and uglier.
Oh
and
my God.
uglier.
There is one pair of shoes that is someday I'm going to get my hands on those, and those are going in a trash
Not
bag.
the Ugg boots.
No,
Not my Ugg boots.
No, those hideous brown, like wicker-looking sandal things that you.
yeah.
Gladiator sandals?
No, those ones with that like kitten heel. Ugh.
What are you talking about?
they're the
Oh my
clog-
God! If
the
she's
clog
if she's
styles.
already forgotten, I'll be right back. No, they were like a sandal. They were awful.
Really?
And you would not let me throw those out.
Well, then I probably wear them.
I don't think so. Maybe you shouldn't.
I also, this weekend, I did a lot of shopping on OfferUp and selling. I sold 2 dressers, the brown one. I had 2 brown dressers. I sold them both. I was going to just give them away, but I decided, you know what? Let's just see if somebody, $50, $50.
There
and
you
my
go.
bed
Boom.
frame, $50, $150.
There you go.
For things that I didn't think anybody would want. And then I, in turn, bought 2 dressers on OfferUp, $40 and $50. And, so this one guy comes to pick up one of the dressers. And he says something to me that was so exciting. This has not been said to me before.
Okay.
He was kind of a husky-looking dude with a beard, and he was probably like late 30s, maybe early 40s. And he said to me, "Hey, are you that?" And I thought he was going to say, "That girl from the radio, that girl from Jeff and Jer," because that's what I hear a lot, and I love it. He goes, "Are you that girl from that podcast?" I was like, "What?" He goes, "Are you on that podcast? Are you the girl from the podcast? Because my friends all listen to you." I was like, "What? Are you kidding me? That's the first time somebody's ever said that. Wait till I tell Erik. It's so exciting.
My little girl really is growing up.
Oh my God. Nobody's ever recognized me for just that. Like that.
See, look at big.
I was like so happy.
Look at big strides, big steps. Look at that.
I know. And then I was like, damn it. Why didn't I clear out
And
the
you
top of the
probably
dresser?
look cute though.
Oh, I did not look cute.
Oh.
I had not one stitch of makeup on.
Oh.
Not one stitch.
Oh, by the way,
What?
I have another compliment for you.
What?
Everybody says without makeup, the consensus to the people that I was showing the pictures to is you look like you're 12 without makeup.
What were you showing
You're
them?
you in that stack of shoes.
I had makeup on, Erik.
You did?
Yes.
You look like you're 12. I didn't think you had a lick of makeup on.
Well, thank you, and thank you to whoever you showed it to. You just totally made my day. Because I'm looking in the mirror tonight, and I was like, uh-oh, the wrinkles are coming back. Gotta call La Jolla Cosmetic.
Oh.
Get that Botox put in my
I was
head.
sweating so bad when I was cleaning out your closet.
It was so good. You are the best friend. Thank you.
I love
4
you.
hours of your time. That's not including the 4 hours reorganizing my room in general.
Yes.
That's 8 hours you spent.
Look at that.
For me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're so amazing.
I tried.
I love you.
I love you.
Mwah. Okay. So anyway.
And to all the people that messaged us, I am available to clean your closets.
Oh, a lot of people.
So just DM me.
A lot of people. All right.
Yeah.
So what's up with you? What's your host chat?
In addition to cleaning your closet, my host chat isn't nearly as glamorous as yours. So the other day I was growing my beard out.
For what reason?
Just because I got it.
Well, you have a beard. Are you just growing it longer?
No, I was just letting it get a little bit bushier before I trim it again, just because it grows so fast.
Okay.
So I put some beard, like a moisturizing
Serum.
paste in it,
Okay.
which I thought would just absorb into the hair.
Right. That's the hope.
That's the hope. Saturday, I'm at work, and I've got a resident in front of me, and I went like this with my beard, and this huge cloud of what looked like dandruff flies everywhere, and I'm all, oh my God. And she's looking at me and fully sees it, and I've got a file open in front of me. It's all over the file. It's all over my desk.
Oh, no.
I had a black shirt on. It's all over the shirt, and I'm like, oh my God. So this might have been Wednesday. It was either Wednesday or Saturday. I can't remember. I think it was Wednesday, actually. And I can feel the blood. Like, I'm so embarrassed.
Did you say anything to her?
No, I didn't say a word, and I'm trying to like blow it off my desk, and try and not be obvious. I'm so horrified. I can see the thought bubble in her head. Like, I can't wait to tell people what a
Dirty
nightmare of a thing this guy's got going on. I go into the bathroom, and it had, I guess the parts that didn't get absorbed were in big, huge chunks all over my mustache and then in my beard itself. So the part that
scabs.
No, they weren't. It was
They probably look like it.
It probably did. I probably looked like I had some sort of a crazy skin condition.
An outbreak.
So I'm sitting there like scraping it all. I ran and got a pair of scissors. It was like scraping it out of my beard, and then I washed my face, and it was a nightmare.
Why don't you shave your beard?
Because then everything just runs together.
Your features?
Yes, my chin and my neck. I just look
you
like a wheel of brie.
No.
Everything, yes.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like the whole bottom portion of my face is just melting.
Well, you have a chin and you have a jawline. I don't understand
Yeah,
why
apparently.
you like that.
But they call the beard and the goatee like men's makeup.
Oh, they do?
Yes, so it hides a variety of sins.
Okay.
So apparently without the beard, I look like an uncircumcised penis.
Oh, stop
Yeah.
it. Stop it.
So there we go.
Oh, my
Yeah.
gosh. I'm excited to hear your daily dirt, and I have a little bit
I've got some good stuff.
to add to it.
Do you?
Yes, I do. It's Queen Elizabeth stuff.
Oh, yeah. So should I start with that?
Yes, why don't you do
She's
that?
dead
Oh, my God.
at 96.
I was about to play the music, but it seems though.
Oh,
No,
go ahead.
R.I.P.
Spaz.
Who?
You.
I am?
Yes. But I am too.
Yeah. Hi, pot. It's a kettle.
Okay, so what else about the Queen? Anything else?
Dead. Markle,
Oh my God.
Markle wasn't invited.
Well, neither was Kate.
She wasn't?
No, it was only the family.
Oh, so we see who they don't like.
No, it wasn't
Marco
that.
wouldn't have been invited regardless.
No, Markle was there eventually, and they all came out to talk to the mourners. But apparently, right as she was dying, you've heard about the double rainbow, right? There was a double rainbow that appeared in the sky, like right as she passed.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And then some British woman photographed a cloud about the same time that she died, and the cloud was in the shape of Queen Elizabeth wearing one of her hats. It's a pretty cool picture.
That seems pretty open to interpretation.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it's cool. It looked really good. And yeah, everybody's reporting that King Charles, it's kind of weird to say that, isn't
Ew.
it? King Charles and Prince Harry didn't want to bring, King Charles didn't want Prince Harry to bring Meghan, but that's not the case because Kate wasn't invited either. It was just the sons and Charles in the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently her body's been carted all over the place. Did you know that? She's like on a tour. She is. The body's on a tour. Like she went to Scotland. She went over here. She's going to be laying in, what do they call it? Laying in
State.
for 6 days or something like that.
It's like the Cher final tour.
Well, her funeral's not for another week. 1 whole week.
So we have time to get there.
We have time to get
Clear.
there. Yes. And the royal beekeeper has informed the royal bees that the queen has died.
Thank God.
Wow.
Now-
I was worried.
Apparently, they think it's a superstitious type of thing. If they don't tell the bees that something's going on with the royal family, that the bees will either fly away, stop producing honey,
That the
or
queen
die.
bee has died.
I wonder how he tells them. He's like, here bees, here
Does
bees.
he probably has one of those
He placed
Megaphones.
yeah, and he's like, listen, bees, the queen's dead.
He placed
Carry
black bows on the hives and asked the bees to be good to the new boss.
That is ridiculous. Oh, to not sting Prince Charles.
I think a lot of people would kind of hope that they would sting Prince Charles or King Charles. He's not very popular.
I wonder, is he gonna? I mean,
He's pretty unpopular, in fact.
what are his political views? I wonder.
It's not so much the political views because no one really cares about their views. It's more so just the controversy. He was the first one to bring drama into the relationships of the
Sure
crown.
didn't
Yeah,
He was
he had a
He's kind of a big
piece on the
stain.
side.
Yeah. I mean, they both did, him and Diana, but he was kind of a big stain on the history of the crown at the time. That was unheard of for them to bring that much drama into the public.
Well, he's still with her, so there's that.
Uh,
And she's called like the queen consort or some weird
Yeah.
term she is.
Who?
So, Camilla.
Oh,
No more. We can't.
Why?
No, because you're doing a segment and you
Well-
need to talk.
you opened them.
I'm putting them down here.
Do not put those on the floor.
I just did.
I'm gonna
Booyah.
lower your chair.
Don't. Continue.
I'm going to. Okay, so I'm gonna save the best for last because this is so juicy. I can't get enough of it. Have you heard about the Kim K Kanye
No. What?
tweet that?
Just don't say it with the letter A.
Twat.
please.
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying not to. Come on.
Sorry.
After dark, but I'm trying not to be super naughty anymore.
is it that bad?
What?
The Twitter.
No, he apparently was tweeting or twatting
Stop
that
it.
she has massive diarrhea. Did you hear about
Wait,
that?
Yes.
Kanye tweeted that
Yes.
Kim has diarrhea?
Yes.
Why would he do that?
He's Kanye.
But
Yeah.
that doesn't, it's not cute or funny or controversial. It's just
Kanye.
No,
nothing.
it's just stupid. He's weird.
And he also tweet a screenshot of her texting him asking him to stop.
Yeah. She was like, stop. And he texted that. He's just a freak. And did you see the new cover of Interview magazine with her?
I didn't know it was her. I thought it was Jessica Chastain.
It's so she looks like that chick. Remember the movie Foxes
No.
with Jodie Foster and Scott Baio? It came out in like the late 70s or early 80s. And it was all about these 4 girls that lived in LA. And remember the group The Runaways?
No.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
So anyway, one of the actresses, she's actually a singer. Her name's Sherry Curie. She looks just like her. She has like the feathered hair,
no eyebrows. She has,
no
like,
eyebrows. They were
yeah.
all bleached. And she's wearing a jock strap.
Her butt is in full display, but it's a nice butt.
Yeah. But
What
it's
is
ridiculous.
That, Interview magazine?
Huh?
What magazine was that?
Interview.
Okay, yeah.
So that's all I'm going to say on them. Who cares about this? Justin Bieber. This is how little I know about him. Justin Bieber cancels his Justice World Tour for physical and mental health reasons.
Well, you know what I say to that? Good for him.
Good for him.
No,
Get better
he,
soon.
I
he knows.
won't have to go with you to see him in concert.
I would love to see him in
I
concert.
would not.
Oh, my God. If I invited you, you wouldn't come?
No.
If I paid you $100 to come with me, would you come?
No.
$200.
No.
$500 to come with me for free to Justin Bieber.
Yes, and I would just sleep through the whole thing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I kind of
You-
agree.
Really?
I would do it for $4.25.
You're crazy.
I'm sticking to 5.
I love him.
Music's just not that good.
I do not.
It is.
No.
I don't even have a problem with
You
them as
need
a
to
person.
re-listen to it. Now, Kelly Clarkson, that would be a whole no. Kelly Clarkson and Dolly Parton redid 9 to 5.
Snore.
Hold on.
Okay, no, that's actually good,
Kane.
some solid
Boring.
stuff.
Listen, no. I am telling you right now, listen to this. This is great. She already hates it.
I do.
Tumble out of bed and I stumble to the kitchen. Pour myself a cup of ambition and yawn and stretch and try to come to life. Jump in the shower and the blood starts pumping. Out on the street, the traffic's jumping with folks like me on the job from 9 to 5.
See?
Does it get
Wait, what's the
poppy?
chorus sound
Yeah.
like?
Oh, do you want me to play that?
Yeah.
Well, skip ahead.
9 to 5, what a way to make a living. Barely getting by. It's all taken and no giving. They just
Kind of Taylor Swiftish.
and they never give you credit.
More like Jewel.
Enough to drive you crazy
bit.
if you let it.
See?
The original was better though.
I
That's
love
not gonna
both
be
of
a
them.
hit.
I don't think so. Yeah, it'll be
It's
not a major.
a hit on my phone.
You love any female singer you love.
Not any female singer.
Who do you not like?
I do not like Lizzo.
That's fair.
Okay.
I do not like Megan Thee Stallion.
Also fair.
Okay.
I do not like who's the other one?
Cardi B.
Oh,
Nicki
and
Minaj.
none of them.
I love all of them.
what?
And I can't
No.
deal with.
Especially not Cardi. Cardi B's on something else.
Yeah,
I
no.
like Cardi B. I don't like Carrie Underwood. I don't
You
like
You take that back right now.
Kelly Clarkson.
I'm going to
seems
go
like
up
a
and
nice
mess your closet. I'm
person.
going to go up and kick all the rods out of your closet.
Don't. She seems like a nice person and everything, but I could go my whole life.
She is a
without hearing
delight.
Without again her.
No, take it back.
No.
Take it back.
No.
I'm going to take all these
No.
gummy bears. Take it back.
Take them
Yeah,
away from
especially
me.
since you're throwing your sport at like Cardi B.
Ugh. I can't stand any of them. Yuck. Here's one more bit of Kardashian news. Why can't they just go all on vacation to Mars for like a year? So we don't have to hear about them. Then I'd have nothing to report.
Exactly.
Ray J, remember him?
He was the one that made the tape with Kim. Right?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, he shows the receipts. The contract signed by Kim to release the infamous sex tape. He said he and Kim were each paid $400,000 plus 12.5% of the profits of the tape.
Damn. And she claims that, oh no, it was leaked. Oh,
yeah.
poor
I mean,
me.
it's been known it was on purpose for a long time, though.
Yeah.
Did she claim that originally, though?
I think.
Yeah, she's always claimed that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was a quote unquote leak.
Allegedly.
Right.
Sure. Laura, you didn't read that, did you?
I didn't.
Keep your eyes off my paper.
Okay, sorry. I hate it when you do that to me, so I'm sorry I'm doing that to you.
This is just for you.
Okay.
Guess who's joined OnlyFans?
Is it a man or a woman?
It's a man.
Bradley Cooper.
Nope.
Army Hammer.
Nope. And it's not me. So get your mind out of the gutter.
Who?
Tommy Lee.
Oh.
What?
Why? Why is he doing that?
So he can show his wiener to everyone.
It's already out. And
Yeah,
around,
like,
all
who
over. If
cares?
you want to see his wiener, you can
When
just
you're
Google it.
that skinny, anything looks big.
I actually have never seen it.
Well, he honked a boat horn with it
So is it
in the allegedly
is it
leaked.
big or is it long?
It's just long.
Oh, okay.
It's not that attractive.
Okay. Are they ever? I mean, come on.
He's never been that attractive.
No, he's gross.
I think I'd make out with him.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, you
He's
would
sexy.
not.
There's
Oh,
something
God.
sexy about
no,
him.
Pamela
please.
Anderson sloppy like fourths or something.
Yuck. All right, everybody.
neon
Thank
boots.
you for tuning in tonight.
With my neon boots.
I'm canceling the show right now.
Stop it.
This is bad opinions.
Are you done?
Yes.
Are you sure? Mm-hmm. Okay, because I'm excited to talk to our guest.
Yes.
Why don't you introduce him? Because you're the one that brought him on the show, and I'm excited that you did that.
You're welcome.
Thank
you know, anything to make your life easier.
I believe that. Thank you.
You're-
Because you have.
You're welcome. Oh, I had one more thing. Angelina is suing Brett. Why do we care for $250 million?
Because that's a substantial
Wait,
amount
that's
of money.
a lot of money.
Yeah. So her company, I didn't even know she had a company,
They all have a company.
Is it
is suing. Huh?
Is it a charity or an actual company?
I guess it's an
They all
actual
have
company.
like production companies and stuff.
True.
Oh, they have that winery.
Yes.
That's what it is.
No one's heard of.
Yeah, that no one's ever heard of. Don't they all have wine now or
I
champagne?
don't know. I think they move into
God.
that eventually. How crazy that they were so in love. It was such a hot affair, and they were like, "Oh my God, the most beautiful couple in the world." And then it comes to this.
Yes, I know.
Comes to her suing him for $250 million.
Yeah.
Do we like Angelina in this, or do we like Brad in this whole thing?
I like Angelina Jolie.
I
like Brad Pitt
though.
too. So
I like them both too. I don't know.
You
what
know?
to, I don't know.
I just rewatched Fight Club, so I'm kind of on the Brad Pitt train at the moment.
You
but
just
you know-
watched it
Well,
again.
like rewatched it. Yeah,
Rewatched.
Did you see Bullet Train?
I haven't yet.
I haven't either.
I've heard it's not terrible.
I watched last night Morbius.
Oh, Morbius.
Morbius.
Yeah, the
What's
terrible
that?
Marvel movie.
I didn't think it was horrible.
It's
What,
like
is it?
nine-
What
wait,
even is that?
It's about a vampire. It's like
It's
9%.
Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's like a vampire. I didn't think it was the worst thing I've ever seen. Would I watch it over and over again? No. But
Okay.
it was all right. Okay. I do have one more thing. Sorry to burst your bubble. We'll have Gary on in a second.
Okay.
You've heard about the movie that's coming out that Olivia Wilde directed called Don't Worry, Darling, right?
Yes, I'm so
Well,
excited to see it.
She should worry.
Why?
So the
Did it
reviews.
come out?
No, it comes out on the 26th, I think.
Okay.
Or
It
23rd.
premiered, but
It premiered. Half the stars weren't promoting it. So Florence Pugh had wanted nothing to do with it.
Okay.
The only thing she did was walk the red carpet at the Venice Film Festival, and that was it. She's done no promotion for the film. So get this.
Dude.
So Olivia Wilde was with Jason Sudeikis of Ted Lasso, right?
Right.
So then they get divorced or unhitched or
Separated.
uncoupled or whatever
Yeah.
they do. While she's in Vegas doing a junket for the film, she's on stage and she gets served papers because they
Yes.
have 2 kids together,
That was
which was the
dirty.
most uncomfortable thing I've ever seen. Now, he claims he didn't have a role in it.
that was
he
a
didn't
little dirty.
that he didn't know that she
He
was going to
did
be served
too.
that way.
Come on,
I personally think he probably did.
a little bit.
So then, literally weeks later, she takes up with Harry Styles, right? So the person that was supposed to be in his role was Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, really?
Right. So he's always in trouble with somebody because I guess of the way he's like a method actor. So he's always in trouble for
Shia.
something. Yes. So he was dating, I don't know if she's a rapper or an actress called FWA or
Well,
something.
I think Olivia Wilde and Shia LaBeouf were briefly together.
Oh, were they?
I think so. I think that's why it was kind of controversial when he was creating issues with Florence Pugh.
Oh, okay. So anyway, Shia LaBeouf's ex filed charges against him for alleged abuse and everything that were pretty substantial. So Florence Pugh said, I'm uncomfortable working with him considering what's going on right now, because there was a lot of very intimate scenes. And so,
There's a lot of like oral sex scenes.
oh yeah. Oh, a lot.
Really
Yeah.
graphic.
So it kind of turns out, and the movie's odd. I've seen the previews. I can't make heads or tails of it, but it seems like it's this utopian society. It's kind of like the Stepford Wives,
the 50s.
and in the 50s, it's kind of like the Truman Show meets the Stepford Wives or something. So, Olivia Wilde fires him, and Shia LaBeouf comes back and says, now she's made this clear in media, everything that she said. He fires back with video of her begging him. He actually said, I'm going to drop out of the film because I haven't had enough time to prepare. We've only had one read through. I'm not comfortable doing this film. I'm going to drop out. And she's begging him to stay on with the film. And she says, I think Miss Flo needs an adjustment or something like that. Something to that effect, which pissed everybody off. So now she looks terrible. And the film hasn't even come out yet.
mess.
So now she looks like a big liar. Then at the premiere, nobody was talking to anybody. So Harry Styles wasn't talking to Olivia Wilde.
Wait,
Florence
they're
Pugh-
together.
Yeah, Florence Pugh didn't show up. They think that this was a whole like big publicity thing. Like she just used Harry Styles to,
Pump up in the movie.
pump up the movie.
Florence Pugh did go to the premiere.
Yeah, she went to the premiere, but
was
she didn't.
awkward.
Yeah, it was super awkward. She never talked to Harry Styles or Olivia Wilde. She only talked to her other co-stars.
And Harry and Olivia didn't talk?
They didn't talk. They showed up separately. They were constantly separated by other cast members. It was bizarre. And then
Well, we're talking about it, aren't we?
and then the reviews came out. And the reviews are terrible. Like the only person that's getting any acclaim is Florence Pugh. And she
She's
wants
good.
and
Chris
she wants
Pine.
and Chris Pine, and they are totally distancing
Oh, yeah,
them.
Chris Pine. Did you see that video of Chris Pine when Harry Styles is talking and he's just like, kind of staring off into space.
So
like he's so bored about what Harry Styles is saying.
Right. So Harry Styles, they're being interviewed in one of those press junkets where you do like 60 interviews in like an hour. And Harry Styles says, well, the thing I like about the movie is it's like a movie that like you watch in a theater and like,
Chris Pine's like,
yeah. And his reaction is hilarious. It's like he just got electroshock therapy or something.
Yeah.
He is just staring straight ahead and kind of like, I can't even believe that I'm having to deal with this right now. But then the best part was when they're at the screening, Florence Pugh isn't there. It's Olivia Wilde, Chris Pine, who's sitting next to her. Then Harry Styles shows up and it looks like he spits into Chris Pine's lap. Now, have you seen that video?
no. And did he?
Well, there's a big debate. Chris Pine is saying no, he didn't, but something flies out of his mouth. And then people are now saying that he called Olivia Wilde a bitch.
Probably.
Harry
Which-
or Chris?
Harry.
Oh, my gosh.
So this is a big mess. I have no desire to see the movie.
This may be
Same.
orchestrated. You're right, because
I
now
don't
I
think
really
so.
want to see it.
No, because I have no desire to see it. Plus, it's not good drama. It's just weird drama.
Yeah, it's just weird.
It is
Like,
weird.
yeah.
It's a bunch of crappy little like spiffs that people are getting into that no one cares about.
No, and it just looks. And another thing that Florence Pugh was upset about was she's like, look, I'm trying to build myself up as a respectable actress. You're marketing this film like it's a porno, like that it's all about sex, and it's not. And she goes, I'm better than that. This crew's better than that.
Good for her.
And this isn't the way I was told it was going to be marketed. She's like, I don't like the fact that it's being marketed off of like one scene.
Did you see her in Midsommar?
No,
Oh my God, that movie.
It's not that good.
It's so good. And
Midsommar?
it stays with you
That's-
forever. 'cause
Yeah, but-
it is disturbing.
Anybody out there that
good.
has kids, I watched the cutest movie the other night. It's
I was going to say, don't you dare.
don't see Midsommar.
recommend that.
But it's so cute. It was nominated for an Academy Award, and it was like a big front runner at Cannes. I think it came out a year or two ago. It's called My Life as a Zucchini.
Is it an animated thing?
It's animated, and it's so sweet. It's about a little boy that gets sent to an orphanage, and it's all about friendship and making bonds. And, it was really, really cute.
Oh, that's sweet.
So if you have kids, watch it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Don't watch Midsommar.
No. Well, do if you don't have kids.
You can pass.
No, don't pass.
Hereditary is great by the same director.
Hereditary
No.
is
No.
more disturbing than Midsommar.
I don't think so, because Midsommar has no story other than just everyone dies.
I really liked the cinematography, and
Oh, sure,
I
it's
love
well
it,
made,
but it's
but-
just really, it just sticks with you, that story.
no
Hereditary
story.
sticks with you too.
I was so happy when Hereditary was over. I didn't care who died. I didn't care who lived.
liked it.
I hated it.
Crazy.
I only liked Toni Collette's performance. I was shocked that she didn't get nominated for an Oscar
Yeah.
because she was very good, but
Yeah.
the movie was.
I forget the director's name. I think it's Aziz.
Yeah,
but
something like that, yeah.
He makes really well-made movies with absolutely no story.
No.
There's literally no like Hereditary is not. There's some story there, but Midsommar doesn't even. There's no story ever. It's just.
Yes, there is a story.
What's the story?
The story is
Everybody
there's
dies.
a girl.
Literally.
There's a girl that has a boyfriend, and
That's not-
he
that's
wants
not
to
the
break
story.
up. He
That's
wants to
just
break up with
details.
her, but then her parents. Something happens to her parents and her whole family, and he feels like he has to stay with her. So she begs to go on this trip with him and his friends. He's like, okay. So they go on this trip, and like all this crazy stuff happens.
But that's just like the premise. It's like that's not even the story. Like there's no arc. Nothing happens except everyone dies and the movie ends. Like there's no like actual story. There's no structure there. Nothing like
Well, I was glued.
Oh, I was glued too, but when I unglued
Then
myself,
does it need to have a story?
Yes.
Yes, it has a story, because what about the people who live in that community and like how they can only live to a
that's
certain
just part of
age
the
and then how to
premise.
live- Whatever. I'm not going to argue with you.
Oh my God.
son.
Son, don't argue with your mother.
Now,
Don't argue with your son.
I'll
Real
see
quick.
myself to my room.
Yes.
did the air conditioner get turned off? Are you
I don't know.
hot?
I'm
Hold on.
think I'm having a
Y'all
hot flash.
introduce our self-care guru.
Ladies and gentlemen, self-care guru Gary Bell. Come on down to The Price is Right. Where are you going? Hello. Oh, I guess it's just After Dark with Erik Rimmer. our host has fled the studio. Oh, there we go. Oh, I was starting to get back sweat.
I'm getting thigh sweat.
Oh God, it's gonna sound like a round of applause when she sits down.
I sat down properly this time.
Laura, Gary, Laura.
Hi. Hello. So nice to meet you. Do you need to move that up a little bit?
Just turn it on.
Well, no. I mean his little.
I don't think it's on.
Oh.
He's tall.
There we go.
There you go.
Better?
How tall are you?
Oh, I'm on the 5'10".
You are very tall. Maybe because your chair's up high.
You know, I've been working on my posture as part of self-care. No joke.
I saw that in your
joke.
bio.
Yeah.
That's part of the whole thing.
And I told him to go upstairs while he was waiting and put your boots on, so that's why he's tall too.
I really felt like you were probably 6'4". And that is all about your posture. It's so true. Oh my God, we'll get into this whole thing. But thank you for joining the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's wonderful.
And so how do you proclaim yourself a self-care guru? Like, what makes you a guru of something?
So the idea is that I'm bringing together a lot of different ideas, a lot of different backgrounds. I've done massage therapy for 15 plus years. I've done counseling for 15 plus years. I've read a lot of books, been to conventions, and essentially the idea of calling myself a guru was to avoid any licensing issues. I'm trying to make it clear that I'm not anyone's counselor. I'm not trying to break the law and say that I'm allowed to do counseling, because you have to be very careful with that kind of thing. So as essentially I'm a mentor, but I love calling myself a guru because I feel like people always tell me that I'm older than I am. I get it all the time. People are like, "Oh, I thought you were older."
Because you're wise.
That's what they say. Yeah, and it's very flattering.
Are you just like an old soul kind of wise, or is it just because all of the learning that you've had, all of the things that you've encountered in your life?
It feels like both. It feels like I have been forced to grow up quickly as a kid, and then, as Erik will say, in the queer community, you are forced to grow up quickly because you have to hash through a lot of stuff.
You have to have a thick skin.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number one, why did you have to grow up so quickly when you were young? What happened?
So I grew up with a lot of kids in my family, and we grew up in a very strict household. So it was no Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Was it religious based?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was a very strict household. So we were expected to grow up quickly, doing my laundry at like 10 years old and stuff. So, yeah.
And when did you come out?
I didn't officially come out until 19.
But you knew early
Yes.
on.
Yes.
And was that really rough considering your upbringing?
It was.
Is that something you couldn't tell your parents outright, or?
Right.
Oh,
right.
boy.
Yeah. So it actually ties into the mentoring, because my mentoring is actually geared towards mentoring for queer men. And the reason why I decided to specify in that is because I wanted to be able to speak to something that I know. I felt like it wouldn't be appropriate to say that I could do mentoring for all LGBTQ plus people, because I don't know. I don't know what people who are transgender have been through. I don't know what people who identify in the spectrum of woman have experienced. And I don't think that it's appropriate for me to step into that world and say, this is information that you need, because I don't know. So it's very important that I have the ability to speak to people on a personal level, and that's part of that guru. I feel like, because I've lived it. That's the thing. That's usually what I notice about gurus, is they've lived it. It's not just, well, I think I know better. It's like, okay, well, this is my experience. Let me know if any of this makes sense for you, and let's figure it out together.
When you say counseling, you said you've done a lot of counseling. Have you done a lot of counseling for young men, or have you done a lot of counseling yourself, been in counseling?
For myself, yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A lot of that religious upbringing, a lot of the coming out, and that's a big part of the mentoring as well. As Erik will understand, this is all about the wounds that we have in our community. You come out after living in a straight man's world, you are wounded from bullying and from feeling different. You come out of the closet, you may end up being rejected by your own family and your own friends, and it's really difficult. There's a lot of wounds that our community is really holding on to, and that's a huge reason why I decided to start the mentoring. I just feel like it's time. It's time. We just need to heal.
Well, there's also a huge spectrum in the community where, everybody just wants to be accepted. Of course. That's all anybody wants, is to be loved and accepted and all that. And you see it all the time, where if you don't fit a certain body type, or you don't fit a certain, if you don't spend 4 hours a day in the gym, that crowd wants nothing to do with you.
Are you talking like in general or in the gay community?
No, especially I think in the gay community.
They're
you see
really
it
body
all-
conscious like that, or body
very, very much so.
judgmental like that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You would think that the queer community would be the most accepting of anybody,
Well,
considering what you guys have been through.
You would think,
But it's not.
but it's not always that way. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's the way that you know a group who you've all gone through something, and then within that, there's a hierarchy.
Really? So, what would you tell a young man who's 19 who just came out? How would you say, okay, this is how you are going to self-care?
Yeah, so first and foremost, I would absolutely say a counselor. Find a counselor. I found that psychologytoday.com is one of the best mental health resources and is self-care across the board, because you can find therapists who do all kinds of different modalities, all kinds of different therapies, and they will specify on their profiles what they gear towards, and they will say if they help with LGBTQ specific issues, and they won't always necessarily say that they themselves are part of the community, but as long as you find someone who you resonate with, that has to be first and foremost. Like, I know another mentor, and he won't work with anyone unless they're working with a counselor.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah.
And that's
Foundation
nothing
has
to
there.
be ashamed of.
No.
No.
I love counseling. I shout from the rooftops and like, let's get rid of this shame because it's so good.
We have a new sponsor, ADR Wellness, and
Nice.
it's about therapy, it's about trauma therapy, it's about couples therapy and children, and everybody could use a counselor. Like, I myself really feel like I'm in a place in my life where I need to kind of like focus. I just mentally need to be centered, you know? So I feel like that's kind of going to be on my radar as well.
Yeah, that's a really helpful thing to have as counselor, because they can help to provide you with structure, and they can help you. Like, one of the biggest things I found with counseling is that it gave me words to discuss my life, to understand my world. And even with the mentor that I have now, just the words he'll give me and the definitions, I'm like, oh, that's what that is. So that's one of the ways that I pull from my experience going forward to be a mentor for other people, is to say, this is what's going on in our world. If this makes sense for you, let's talk about it. Let's make sense of it. And that's going to help you to actually thrive.
Okay, so counseling is one, and then what else?
So, I mean, if they're interested in mentoring, I'm here. I mean, I definitely am willing to help people who are willing to help themselves. That's really what it comes down to for me.
Do you charge for your services? Are you is a mentor somebody who just does it, or is this if you don't mind me asking, is this like
No,
a
I
paid
don't mind at
thing?
all.
Or?
Yeah. You can do either. I mean, essentially, people will take on a mentoring role when it's like, oh, hey, this person is struggling. I want to help them because I see myself in them, or, I see they need help. As far as Self-Care Guru is a business that I'm launching. And the first course is starting October 7th, so I'm super excited. We are going to be touching on the 5 pillars of Self-Care Guru. So those are sovereignty, self-empowerment, mindfulness, physical wellness, and support network and resources. So it's interesting because while you guys were talking earlier, I started picking out like, oh, that's mindfulness. Like you were just saying a second ago, you were like, I'm really trying to just focus. And I was like, mindfulness.
Really?
And you were
Okay.
talking earlier about like gummy bears.
Oh, my addiction.
And I was like, physical wellness.
Oh, that I don't poop. Yeah, exactly. It's a huge. I mean, health. I
Yeah.
mean, that is like the number one thing.
Right.
If you don't have your health, you have nothing.
And one of the great things about physical wellness is that the most wise people I've come across have said, you don't need to prevent yourself from eating something. You don't need to force yourself to do something you don't want to do. So in your case, it'd be like, if you like gummy bears, the wisdom would be, don't hide gummy bears. Don't keep yourself from eating gummy bears.
Oh, no, she would kill somebody.
No.
See? And that's
Moderation,
the point.
moderation, right?
Right. Moderation.
Don't starve myself, from gummy bears, but do it not so much as I'm doing it now.
Right, because anyone from a personal trainer to a dietitian, I've heard people say it's not sustainable. You are essentially getting in your own head and you're messing with your own head, forcing yourself to do something, and it's not healthy. So what I've learned is if you want something that is, maybe a joyful thing, and that's part of the self-care guru is like, it's not about forcing anything. So you're just allowing yourself. So if you want to have some gummy bears, you have some gummy bears. If you're eating too much or if you're starving yourself from them, that's where like mindfulness comes in. And you're like, why? Why is this so important to me? Am I feeling shame about my body? So I'm trying to not eat these? Because that's what I need to deal with. The gummy bears have nothing to do with it because it could be any food.
When I went to rehab 15 years ago and we had to take this personality test, like this really long form. Okay. So they got the results and then we had a meeting with a counselor, and the one thing that they saw on my thing was body issues.
I thought you were going to say gummy bear.
No. Well, body issues. And they said, and one of the things I had to go to a course within the rehab structure on mindful eating.
That's so wonderful.
So we had to sit there beautiful. And then like we would all go to lunch as a group. Okay. And then we would, the teacher or the counselor would say, okay, now when you take a bite, think about what you're eating and then think about how it tastes and what is the texture. And instead of plowing through your food, like normally is what I do, I don't even think about what I'm eating. I just eat. And then you eat too much or you eat too little, whatever.
See, that's why I think you and I are separated at birth.
Why?
Because I've had to do that and really think about like enjoying my food because I eat like somebody's going to take it away from me.
That taco you brought me today, I don't remember eating it at all. Not one bit.
We both ate our tacos so fast.
So we totally inhaled those.
So this is how bad it was. I ate a veggie wrap at lunch. I had a banana for breakfast. And then I'm standing at the front door. I go to open the door and it's locked and I'm just going to eat it right here. I can't wait. And
so you ate outside?
No, I actually waited till we could eat it together. But I was like, I think I'm just going to eat it right here at the front door.
You need to step back, think about what you're doing. Mindfulness, that's a big, in a lot of different ways, in so many areas of your life. Mindfulness, it's huge.
Right, because then it comes back to why am I eating this way? It's not about the food.
It's not.
It's why am I so geared toward this? What am I trying to soothe? That's a huge thing that I've learned. It's all about soothing. Doesn't matter. I mean, you've been to rehab, and much respect for doing that, because that takes a lot of courage to do. And that is something that makes sense in terms of extremes. Is it's like, well, why am I doing this? What am I trying to soothe? Because, it could be gummy bears. It could be food. It could be sex. It could be, alcohol. It could be drugs. It could be time on our phones. That's the thing, is people don't realize that it's so many things it could be. And so it really comes back to that mindfulness. What am I trying to soothe? And you dig down and you dig down and you dig down until you figure out the actual root. And that's where the healing happens.
What about people who are afraid to dig down? What do you say to them?
Oh, I get that a lot.
I mean, that's scary. Some people don't want to dig that deep.
Yeah. I genuinely had someone recently say, well, wait, if I do your mentoring, are we just going to like talk about a trauma the whole time? I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you're so afraid. But no, that's not the point. The point is not to make you constantly freak out that I'm going to like
uncover
air out your trauma.
Yeah.
That's not what it's about. It's fully consensual. Like, people are allowed to talk about what they want and what they don't want. The idea is also bringing in playfulness. Because when you have such heavy topics, it's really important to make sure that you're enjoying the process. Like, yes, there's hard work to do. And I've even had my mentor, he's like, whoa, you need to like take some time away from this. So one of the interesting things is people think, well, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And those are absolutes, and that's a dangerous area to play in. So you can set aside your hard work and you can play for a while, and that's okay. and you can set something aside for a while and you can just live your life, and that's okay. Doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. So for someone who is like, oh, I just don't want to dig down. It's not about having to bring up your whole entire traumatic past, not about having to relive very painful mental, physical things. It's just, how can we live a more self-aware, more empowered life? And how can we go from surviving to thriving? And I think a lot of...
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, thank you. It's actually my tagline.
That's good. It's so true, because that's what we're doing. Most of us are surviving.
Right. And I think a lot of people will pigeonhole that survival into one thing. Like, oh, well, I'm not in survival mode because, you know, like I've got a good job and I've got friends, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, it's not necessarily just one thing. Like, oh, I'm worried about food. It's like, it could be anything. It could be, well, you know, I have, you know, painful past, or, you know, I'm having difficulty in relationships, or, you know, I don't seem to be as magnetic as I'd like to be, and it's hard for me to feel like I belong in the queer community. You know, there's a lot of people who talk about that all the time. They're like, I don't feel like I belong. I don't like dance on a float in the Pride Parade in a Speedo, so I don't feel like I fit in the gay community.
Because Eric's not that, he's not that kind of gay man.
Well,
No, he
during
doesn't like
the
the
week.
parade.
On the weekend.
I know him as that. Like, he doesn't like the rainbow stuff and the this and the that. I mean, he's just a solid man. But he's a gay man, you know.
And
but
that's part of the sovereignty.
masculine.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that's part of the sovereignty is the sovereignty.
Yeah, what is sovereignty, by the way?
So the definition of autonomy, which is part of sovereignty, is defined as the right or condition of self-government. So I get this all the time. People think that, oh, well, if I'm self-empowered and I'm sovereign, then like everyone else can just go to hell. Like I have it all figured out and I'm good. And it's like, no, it's not about arrogance. And it's also not a bad thing. It's not an ugly, selfish thing. It means that you have figured out what your innate self-worth is, that you've let it come through. You are aligned with your values, and you are acting with a healthy confidence.
Is that thriving?
Oh, that's so thriving. That's like...
Is that when you
that's
know
the
you're
key.
thriving?
Oh, absolutely. That's when you've unlocked it.
Ooh, okay, so tell me about your seminar. Is it a seminar? It's a course? What is it, and how can people join?
Sure. So it's an online course. My mentoring is going to be online. And this course is the Self-Care Guru, 5 Pillars of Self-Care Guru. And so it's the fundamental one. It's like the basis of all the mentoring I'm going to do. And it includes those 5 things: the sovereignty, the self-empowerment, mindfulness, physical wellness, support network, and resources. So each one of those 5, each week we're going to go through one of those and we're going to dig into it. So it'll be online Zoom calls. For the first hour, I'm going to go ahead and give some instruction, talk about those things, give people the information, the resources that are going to allow them to understand our world better, kind of like we were talking about earlier. And then the second hour, so there'll be 2 hours. The thing that I love about this, I figured out whenever I do like a seminar or whenever I do some kind of meeting and people share information, they're like, okay, bye. I'm like, well, wait a minute. We just figured out like all this good, yummy stuff. Like, let's figure it out. Like, how does it make sense in my world? So the second hour is going to be people who want to stay on the call and talk about the information in more detail, talk about how it makes sense to them. Because I want this to be about the people that I help. Like, I'm just so excited to help people because I'm so excited to take our community from surviving to thriving, from wounded to healing. And so I'm really excited about that. So the second hour is going to be this opportunity to really internalize it. And that's one of the key things I've noticed, that things don't stick unless you internalize them.
How do you do that?
You ask questions. It's a huge thing. Ask questions. You have a chance to process the information. That's what I was talking about. Like whenever they're like, okay, bye later. It's like, well, now there's all this information floating around.
Yeah.
Like I need to anchor it, you know? So really just hashing through the information, hearing other people's point of view. It's one of the great things. My mentor does this, he calls it a homework meeting, and everyone kind of just gets together on this Zoom call, and everyone gets to go around, ask questions, talk about what they've been learning, and dig deeper. And you hear other people talk, and you're like, oh, that's a really cool concept, or oh, they've really put these dots together, or oh, that's fascinating to hear them say that, or like, oh, that's so cool, I'm not the only one. A lot of people need to hear that.
Yes, they do.
I'm not the only one.
Big time.
It's so validating.
Is it 1 hour a week? Is it 2 hours a week? Is it 2 hours every day?
So it's going to be on Fridays. So starting on October 7th, which is Friday, that'll be the first one. That'll be sovereignty. And then we'll go through each week. Once on Friday, there will be a 2-hour call, and I decided that I want to do 2 different times because I really want to create the opportunity for people to make this work for them, and I want to provide more value. So I'm going to do one at 10 a.m. and one at 6 p.m. Okay. And especially since it's online, then people can join from anywhere. So no matter what their time zone is, they can find one of the 2 times that works. And then if they still can't make one of those, particularly if it's just 1 week, they'll also be recorded, and I'll have them available. So the course has a value of $1,000, and I'm actually offering it for $500 for this time as a promotion for launching. And I'm really excited because this will probably be the only time that it'll be this inexpensive, because it'll continue to go up in value.
How many weeks are 5, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
So 5 individual, I'm calling them workshops, because I don't like the word class. Growing up, I didn't enjoy school.
Workshops a lot more fun. Sounding.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And that's the idea. Particularly like the second hour, we're going to workshop all the information. So it makes it more fun and playful, which it ought to be, in my opinion. That's what I want to create.
I know this is geared toward queer men, but can anybody join? What do you think?
Yeah. So the idea is that it's not meant to be exclusionary. My intent is not to go into this and say, well, you're not welcome. It's the idea that, like I said before, I can speak to the experience of a queer man. Mm-hmm. And to also increase the inclusion, I would say that I am willing to include anyone who is on the spectrum of man. So someone who's transgender, someone who's non-binary. I can speak to a lot of human experiences. I just don't want to step into a realm where I'm trying to tell people, particularly women, what their experience is, because I'm sure
you're not going to be able to figure us out.
I'm sure that's been done enough in history. That's played out.
What if people want to come get a massage? Are you accepting
Eric
clients?
told you I did massage as well.
He
Speaking
raves
of self-care.
about you. He raves about you. And I get jealous because he's like, oh yeah, I have my massage. I can't do that because I've got this going on like every week. I'm like, wow, who gets a massage every week, Eric? Somebody who takes care of himself.
I don't go every week.
Well, just about.
It just feels like that.
It feels like it to me.
Yeah.
But are you accepting new clients or?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
And it's actually one of the components that can be tied into the self-care, because there's nothing wrong with doing those classic self-care things. So like a bubble bath and a massage and
I love my bubble baths. Yes.
a movie night with some gummy bears. Those things can all be very good depending on the intention that you've set for them. So those are great. So yes, I do accept new clients currently for massage, and that's, I do work on anyone. I specialize in helping people in the LGBTQ plus community, and I specialize in neck, shoulders, and upper back.
Ooh, so God, that's what I need right now.
Oh, let me tell you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so somebody's they're watching right now, they're listening, they want to know how to get a hold of you.
Sure. So the best way for both of those things is through my massage website. So I have a landing page for Self-Care Guru on my massage website right now. So mtpsd.com. So MTP, my business name is Massage Therapy Paradise. And then I wanted to specify that I'm in San Diego. So mtpsd.com. And there is a tab for Self-Care Guru.
Okay. And if you miss that or whatever and you don't have a pen, just get a hold of us. Laura Kane After Dark, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, anywhere. Erik
And we'll
Rimmer.
send you the info.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining our show.
Absolutely. I feel like I have
Thank you.
so much more to talk about. We didn't even have enough time.
I know. We've been on for like an hour and 15 minutes already. We try to keep these at like 45 minutes.
Oh no,
hour.
you're fine. I'm just having fun. Is
I
really
know,
what I
it's so
and I have
great.
so much
Well,
joy to share with people.
Maybe we can have you on after your course and see how it went, and maybe we
that'd
can
be
talk
fun.
more
Yeah.
about how like the next thing you're gonna do. Maybe.
Cool. Yeah, I'll be writing more courses.
Okay.
So this is just the beginning. There's a lot to come. I want to do relationship courses, communication courses, take things to the next level with my the self-care guru pillars and dig deeper. Get really woo-woo and guru-y.
Do you believe in manifestation and all that kind of stuff, abundance and frequency of the universe and all that cool stuff?
I do. What's interesting is that because of the whole guru concept, I've noticed dots connecting between many different areas of life.
Ooh, like
Metaphysical, science, things like therapies, numbers, energy work.
do you do that energy work?
I don't personally do energy work, but
That's cool.
I've learned. They're my people. The people who do. Like I remember a podcast I was listening to of your guys' podcast, where Crystal was on, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that person knows what they are talking about.
Oh, big time.
That was impressive. I was like, not only my kind of people, but I love how she was able to bring things together. Because there are so many people who are like, energy work. Ugh. And then it's like, well, she actually understands that it's coming from a physics position in addition to the Eastern medicine, the metaphysical. So I thought she was on point. So that's the kind of connectivity that I like to enjoy as well. Like as a guru, I'm seeing all these different things around in life and able to connect them. So
You're doing the right thing then. You're doing the right thing.
He's doing the
In
Lord's
life.
work.
You are. You are.
I
That's
thought
so
I was
cool.
by cleaning your closet, but he really is.
You're thriving.
also self-care guru, cleaning out your closet, the mental capacity that gives you back.
You have no idea how big of a deal just cleaning my room, cleaning under my bed, organizing things. I feel alive. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's self-care. That's one of the things that really comes down to self-care guru is that people talk about like, oh, take a bubble bath. Nothing wrong with that. What I've noticed is if you figure out how to talk to yourself every day differently.
I am this, I am that. Self-talk, positive
Yes,
self-talk.
also another one of your podcasts.
Yeah.
In addition to that, it's how you treat yourself. So why am I eating these gummy bears?
Right.
No shame. It's the awareness. And
Correct.
so depending on how you're treating yourself and how you're talking to yourself, because that's thousands of things a day. Thousands of times a day you're talking to yourself and doing things.
Yeah. How are you talking
And
to
if your
yourself?
intention is set a certain way, that's when you unlock the deeper level of self-care.
Just don't talk to yourself out loud when you're in public.
I think I've started doing that.
Oh, boy.
I think
know.
it's fun.
I'll just pretend I'm on the phone. I have a thing on my ear.
I mean, I recently went to New York. It's like one of the things to do.
Oh,
Totally. Me
It just
too.
keeps people away from you.
I was just there.
That can be self-care.
Yeah,
Boundaries.
that's right.
Boundaries.
Boundaries.
You
God,
stay
there's
on
so
that
many
side of the
things.
street.
All right, it's mtpsd.com. Get a hold of us if you want to talk to Gary, if you want to take his course, Self-Care Guru. Thank you so much for being on.
Absolutely.
I've learned
Thank
a lot
you.
already.
Oh, I have so much more.
Oh, it's going to be so good. Your course is going to be so good.
Thank you.
And okay, so when we end the podcast, we do a little saying. So will you say it with us? I'll go first, then you go, then Erik hopefully will go.
I remember this.
Well,
Let's
I
not
can't
be
make any promises.
disrespectful.
What?
Let's not be disrespectful.
I have to take care of myself tonight. I might just drag it out a little bit.
Mindfulness.
Yeah. Oh, you had to throw that in there,
Yes,
didn't you, Kane?
Yes, mindfulness.
Okay, I'm being mindful. I'll
right.
only keep it to maybe 15 minutes.
Oh my God, help me. Okay. Love your podcast.
Love your podcast.
You know,
No. No. It's not funny. It's not cute.
Brian, what do you think? I haven't done it in a while. I haven't drugged things out
with
in a
our
while.
guest.
I do think self-care comes in many forms. It can be dragging out the podcast. It can be a pound bag of gummy bears.
Yeah. Oh, can I have my gummy bears?
He did bring you those gummy bears.
Not until you lock out.
She's withholding.
I have
the
them right
gift.
by my side.
Yep,
I'm not,
she's
you're not gonna
withholding.
touch 'em.
She's setting boundaries.
I know she is.
I am. Healthy boundaries,
Well,
I think.
But they're clashing with Eric's healthy boundaries as
Yeah.
well.
What are his boundaries? He has no
His
boundaries.
boundaries are that he has to interrupt the podcast.
He has no
See, that's
podcast boundaries.
compatibility. That's compatibility.
that's why we're so compatible.
You can have boundaries, and
And
other
I have
people
none.
boundaries, and you're figuring out whether or not you're compatible. You're not figuring out how to change the other person to fit you.
See.
Oh yeah.
Oh, see,
Ooh.
I knew I loved you for a
Okay.
reason.
I've learned more when he's interrupted than I have at any other point.
See?
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
We didn't get to compatibility, and now I know.
I know.
Now you know what the connecting the dots.
Yeah,
See?
we're like I'm like your
Please stop
brother from
twisting my
another mother.
hair. Please.
I'm just
Eric, would you like a tin can and a blow dryer?
Yes, I would. Can you go?
No.
Can you should
I
have
feel
seen.
like we should just bust out a girls' night at this point.
I know.
Oh my God! How
we could have
fun.
a pillow fight.
Hey, Moses up the street. Let's just go.
I could put one of your jumpsuits on
One of them.
that I wasn't super impressed with, but
I
The
know
green
the denim
boots,
one. He
maybe?
didn't like the
I
denim
did
jumpsuit.
not like the. Okay, so this is
oh,
my.
you didn't see the leopard print denim jumpsuit that I have.
That
Wait,
exists?
where was that? Where were you hiding that?
Can you guys talk for like a
Can
couple
we take
minutes?
the camera upstairs?
Oh,
No,
that
it's
sounds
not
like
upstairs, it's
something
in the
on
garage.
one of the reality
Oh,
shows.
is that where it was hiding? So I didn't even tackle the garage.
Oh boy.
Talk.
Is that next Friday?
No, we don't touch the garage. The garage is off limits
Find
Why?
bodies in
because
there.
it's not good.
Did you see how fast I did your bedroom?
No.
We're gonna self-care guru this.
Yeah. I think. Oh, there she goes.
Maybe some lawn signs where you put the self-care guru
Lock the
was
front
here.
door. Lock the front door. Lock her outside. She like climbing a window.
That's a different kind of boundary.
Just slide the empty bag of gummy bears underneath the thing so she just has the wrapper.
Do you want some gummy bears?
Oh, I don't know.
They're so delicious. Do you? God, that thing sounded like a bag of heroin that just.
Oh, Jesus
Oh no,
Christ.
that is awful.
It's so cute.
You know, if you wore those with the neon green boots, maybe I'd say yes.
Oh
so
my
cute.
God! Get that away from me.
Oh,
I'm trying to
It's
figure out why
made
the
by a
back is
company
Denim?
named Nasty
It's
Girl.
brown. Why is the back brown?
leopard. It's so cute. I got it from nastygal.com.
Yeah, the name does not entice me.
Isn't it cute?
Didn't-
It's like a little painter's outfit. It's kind of cute, but it's
Didn't you
leopard.
buy clothes from Dirty Girl too, or something?
Nasty Girl.
Oh.
Nasty Gal. Sorry, nastygal.com.
I could totally see some gay guy who knows how to sew cutting that in half and making that a two-piece.
Eric, do you know how to sew?
And shorts.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
booty shorts.
Or the old
Well,
like,
I mean, you
safari
gotta put like
jumpsuit.
a tube top on the top
Oh, yeah.
underneath the.
Can you get that as far away from me as possible?
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I remembered that.
I'm starting to break out in hives.
I'm pretty
Please
sure
look
the
out
girl in
on
The Exorcist wore that.
Oh my God!
Stop it.
Can you do the spider
Really
walk
cute.
down the stairs?
I wasn't making fun of it. I thought
know
it was
you were.
interesting. And
I was
thought,
making
I thought
fun of
someone
it.
could take it, twist it, and like totally high fashion.
Yeah, it makes my head twist all
Oh.
the way around.
See, I do have a little eye for fashion, don't I?
It makes me want to vomit pea soup.
Just log out, please. We gotta.
Makes me want to jump out a window.
Well, now I have other things to discuss.
No.
Like, why did I not see that? What else is in that garage that
You
I'm
don't
not
even
aware
know.
of?
We don't. That's a whole nother thing. It's a whole nother topic, another day, another show.
No, I think we should talk about it right now.
No, Eric, give me those.
No.
Oh my God, you are a brat. Say
Whoa,
it.
boundaries,
Say it.
everybody.
Boundaries,
Say
Kane.
it.
What?
Say it.
It.
Love. You are a baby. Go.
What?
Say it.
All
I
the
love you.
self-care.
I love your podcast.
No.
Thank you, Gary.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian.
Oh, my pleasure.
Thank you, everybody that was watching. I'm on gummy bears now.
No. Say it.
I'm gonna pee on you.
Go.
Love your podcast.
Love you, my sweet babies. Bye. Give me those.
No, I'm hungry.